In a word, it's massive. So cats were introduced here when Europeans came to Australia in 1788. They spread across the continent really quickly. And so now they exist right across Australia in our wettest rainforests, our driest deserts. And since their introduction, cats have been the primary culprit, or one of the primary culprits, in the extinctions of at least 20 species of mammals. They're still causing ongoing declines today. So we've estimated that cats, both ferals and pets together, are killing over 2 billion native vertebrates every year. So their impact is massive.
So this plan from the federal government is pledging $60 million towards 55 projects aiming to combat feral cats. What are the key standouts for you of this plan?
Well, I think, this funding is a great start, and hopefully there's more to come. To me, looking across that range of projects, there are three standouts. So the first is the investment in ranger groups. So there are quite a lot of projects that are supporting Indigenous rangers to manage cats on country. So I'll just give you a couple of examples. One of the projects is to support the Nyangga Rangers who work in the Great Sandy Desert, so that's south of Broome, and they're looking after quolls and rock wallabies by controlling cats. Another great example is a project that's coordinated by the Indigenous Desert Alliance, and they're working with several ranger groups that operate in the deserts to manage cats to protect great desert skinks, which are a nationally threatened species and also have a lot of cultural significance for Indigenous peoples. So that's one standout. The second standout is the cleverness of some of the projects. So there's a number of projects that are trying to use AI or develop new tech to improve the scale and the effectiveness of cat management, and also to improve the humaneness of that management. And I think the third standout to me is the mix of projects. So it's a really good mix of, a good strategic mix of projects that focus on trying to protect populations of threatened species, but then also projects that are trying to improve habitat quality over large areas. And the reason that's important is that there's good research to show that when you do that, when you improve the habitat quality, you can reduce the impacts that cats have on native animals.
Of course, cats are often very precious and beloved pets as well. How can we strike a balance in this plan and in the way forward between recognising the role that they play in many people's lives, but also at the same time protecting our native wildlife?
Yeah, so it's worth saying that this is the first time the plan's focus is managing the impacts of feral cats, but for the first time, the plan is also considering the impacts that pet cats have. And the reason that's important is that there is fluidity between feral and pet cat populations. So it's important for us to think about how pet cats are part of that picture. And I think, pets are amazing, cats are amazing pets, and no one wants to take that away. But it's a case of just managing our pet cats in a different way so that they're not impacting on wildlife. So, we need to do things like get them desexed, get them registered and microchipped, and keep them contained so that they're not harming wildlife.